Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're heading somewhere a bit different in Goa.
Right, beyond the usual beaches and parties.
Exactly. We're talking about the Rivona Buddhist caves in South Goa, also called the Pandava Caves sometimes.
A real hidden gem, you could say.
Definitely. So our mission today is to, unpack what our sources tell us about this ancient place, get the key insights.
It's fascinating because these caves, they really open up this less seen historical and spiritual side of Goa.
Yeah, it's not what most people think of.
No. So this gives you a unique look into, ancient monks, their lives, and all the folklore that's built up around it.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. Origins. The sources say they're carved into laterite rock.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's typical for the area.
And the dating seems to be around the 6th, 7th century, so pretty old, linked to Buddhist monks.
Precisely. Ancient monastic life. And there's that really intriguing legend about Purna.
Oh, right. One of Buddha's early disciples.
Yeah, the story goes he might have actually brought Buddhism to this region. So connecting these caves to him is, significant.
And the structure itself, what do we know?
Well, there are two main caves right next to each other. Cave 1 has this large stone seat, a pitha.
A pitha, for like a teacher
Yeah.
or senior monk.
Probably, yeah.
Mm.
A focal point. Then Cave 2 is quite something. It's got 2 levels.
2 levels inside a cave.
Yeah, and includes a skylight for natural light, which is clever. There's also a side stairway leading down to a water tank.
Practical.
Very, and maybe even an internal passage, though that's less certain. But what really catches your eye is near the entrance.
What's that?
There's this carving, a bas relief of Hanuman.
Hanuman. But that's much later, right? 16th century.
Exactly. It's a fantastic example of, layers of history, how sites get repurposed or added to over time. It shows that religious fluidity you often see in India.
And these caves, they're actually protected now.
Oh, yes, they're ASI protected, Archaeological Survey of India.
Good. But still, lots of local stories, I gather.
Definitely. You hear conflicting things. Some locals connect them to the Pandavas from the Mahabharata.
Ah, the Pandava Caves connection.
Right. While others are quite clear about the Buddhist origins, and then some scholars even float the idea that maybe they were natural formations first.
Like hermits just found them and moved in.
Sort of adapted them. Adds another bit of mystery to it all, doesn't it?
So if someone wants to visit today, what's it like?
It's actually a very peaceful setting. It's down in the Kushavati River Valley.
Nice.
Yeah, surrounded by farms, springs, lots of green. It's a real escape, very different from the coastal hustle, much quieter.
And getting there, is it difficult?
Not too bad. It's about 21 kilometers from Margao. You can get a cab or a local bus, maybe even rent a bike.
Okay.
Then from the road, it's just a short walk, maybe 500 meters, easy enough.
And opening times, fees.
Open daily, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. usually. And no entry fee. It's free to visit.
Any practical tips for visitors?
Definitely wear sturdy shoes. The ground can be uneven. And bring water. It gets warm.
Good advice.
And this is important, please. Please don't litter. There have been some local concerns about visitors not respecting the place. Its sanctity.
Right. Treat it with respect.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Also, just a heads up, if you go during the monsoon, the paths can get slippery. So, be careful.
Makes sense. Maybe best to go early.
Yeah, early morning is ideal. Fewer people, more peaceful. Really soak it in.
So, summing up the highlights, why should someone seek out the Rivona Caves?
Well, you've got unique things like that pitha seat, the skylight chamber, that natural pond area.
And the Hanuman carving, can't forget that.
Right. It's just a really rare glimpse into Goa's Buddhist past, something most visitors miss entirely.
So, great for history buffs or people looking for quiet reflection.
Exactly. Meditation, maybe photography. It's especially beautiful during or just after the monsoon with all the greenery. A real hidden gem experience.
Okay, that brings us towards the end. Any final thought for our listeners to take away?
Yeah, I think this raises an interesting point, actually. We think of Goa in a certain way, vibrant modern culture, beaches.
Sure.
But what can these ancient, quiet places like Rivona Caves, what can they teach you about the deeper layers, the history and spirituality that's kind of hidden right under the surface, even in places you feel you already know?
That's a great question to reflect on, thinking about those hidden layers beneath the familiar. Thanks for joining us on The Deep Dive.